How's the break been, Webby?
Yeah, it's been good. Our players got the 4 days after the North Melbourne game, and then they came back on deck on Thursday and had a really good session, and then had a really good session on Saturday. So we're prepping ourselves well.
Was it the right time, the break, or would you like another week? Where did it sort of sit for you?
Yeah, I think for a few of the guys it was the right time. The guys have been up for a long period of time and they've been given a fair amount of effort, which has been really pleasing. But, I think for a few of those guys it's been really good and great opportunity for the rest of our group also to energise their game for the second half.
How do you make sure you come back right? It seems to be problematic for some teams, the bye when they start up again.
Yeah, well, I think for our group, as I mentioned before, it has been a pretty good time for them to get that break. But I think for our group there, the intensity and effort that we saw from them on Saturday in our main session was really pleasing. And I think that's what we're chasing. They're really clear with the stuff we've been going after from the start of the year around our contest, our pressure and our front, our footy. And we've doubled down that again for the second half and hopefully that energises them again.
Does anything change from a selection point of view with half the season left? Do you have to explore the list a little bit more? What are you looking at from that perspective?
Look, at this stage we haven't looked at exploring too much around our selection. We're going to hopefully get some guys back over the next few weeks and we'll get through our main session on Thursday and see what it looks like. But we've got to continue to chase the things we're chasing, whether changing the list profile on game day to get the contest pressure in front of our footy, we'll need to look at that as well.
What about Oscar? Where's he at?
Yeah, look, he did a bit of training on Saturday, which was really pleasing. Those guys have been a little bit lighter the last couple of days, but hopefully on Thursday we'll see a good main session and we'll just see what happens after that.
So is he a chance to play against Essendon this weekend?
I'd say he's been up for the mix, but yeah, we haven't got to that yet, so we're going to need to see him get through Thursday and then we'll make some calls from that.
Okay. What about Liam Duggan? How's he going?
Yeah, Duggo's been good. He's been probably like some of our guys. We've given a couple extra days for to really rest him up. But again, he's the same as Oscar. He'll look to train on Thursday, and then we'll look at obviously selection off the back of that.
As it stands, has he passed all the concussion milestones that he has to?
As far as I'm aware, but yeah, I haven't been given any more information on that.
Are you expecting to see Tim Kelly back in the side this week?
Again, Thursday we've got to look to our main session. Obviously we haven't seen the guys a lot. We've only seen them twice since their 4-day break. So again, we need to look at that Thursday and just see how he goes.
You spoke just before about the contest and the pressure, and there was a period in the start of this season that we've sort of seen it, and it seems to have dropped off. Why do you think it's dropping off? Where's that coming from?
I think a little bit of in and around stoppage stuff. We've got to continue to keep working on that. But again, it's been a pretty long grind for our guys. And I think, we've taken some good steps forward, but we're looking for consistency. And it's probably sort of telling us where we're at as a footy club at the moment around consistent effort and keeping that intensity all the way through. And, the other thing too, I think sides are looking at us at our best when we have brought our contest and pressure. We can show that we've been a pretty good football team. So sides are coming over here to really take us on in that area. So, we've got to challenge ourselves to continue to keep coming up to that standard.
So what is the goal for the second half? Is it to be consistent and find that brand, or to win?
I think it is finding our identity, and I think if we continue to find our identity like we have shown in our wins, I think we can win more games than we do. So we're looking for that and we're chasing that as much as we can.
For someone like Kobe Burgell or for someone like Zane True, what do they need to do to break into the team over the back half of the year?
Yeah, I think obviously Truey's probably on him first. He's probably done some really good stuff in and around our waffle and got our opportunity. But, again, for him to continue to step up to that level, we know that going from waffle footy to AFL is a big step up. So we know to continue to keep bridging that gap for those guys. And, Kobe had a really interrupted pre-season, started to find his feet and then got into the game. So for him, he's just about his durability and getting his competitiveness up to hopefully put his hand up.
When you look at Essendon this week, they've had a lot of tools in their forward line. Is there anyone in particular that you've identified as kind of the danger man for them?
Yeah, look, I think their whole team's pretty dangerous. But yeah, obviously from a backline point of view, we know Langford has been a really good quality player for all year. We know Stringer, who plays a little bit on ball and then goes forward. We've got to look after him as well, and we know that Wright as well too can play some good stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a really challenging game for our backline. I thought we did a reasonable job last time we played them in round 8. But again, we've got to be on our guard to really be see how we can get our best footy going.
Can you play with?
It's obviously a really dangerous player through the middle as well. How will you kind of look to nullify his impact?
Yeah, look, he's a quality player. He's hard to go after. He starts in different spots. We'll have some plans that we hopefully put in place that we can learn from the round 8 game against him, and hopefully we can curb his influence on the game.
Is there an option maybe to put a tag on him, seeing that's kind of come back in vogue?
Yeah, that'll certainly be in the kit bag, I would say, yep.
Can you play the 3 tall defenders?
I think we can, 100%. From a preference point of view, I like that look. We probably haven't seen the best out of the 3 tall look, obviously with Gov, Tom and Harry Edwards. But, I think as those guys build, and I think as Harry builds his confidence at the AFL level, I think we can play with that, definitely, yes.
So it's sort of, you had that going for a while against North Melbourne. Is it more or less likely to be an option against Essendon?
Well, look, given they do have a tallish forward line, it's something we'll definitely consider again. As I mentioned, I like that look. Again, we need to look at the whole mix of the whole team and how that plays out. But, I think it's something we'll definitely consider for this week.
Nick Martin's a pretty important part of their offence. How will you look to stop him?
Hopefully our guys can catch the ball on him and take him the other way. It would be a good start. But yeah, look, he's a quality player. He gives them a lot of offence out of their back half and they can move him around to different spots. So yeah, again, like Merritt, we're going to have some plans around that and put them into place, and hopefully we can curb both their influence.